Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. 7612 is it's a fairly I've had it in for a number of years, but it's a pretty straightforward piece of legislation. I'd point out that I've always tried to make sure my top five were always men on this piece of legislation because of the impact it has. It's essentially what this would do is remove something that's already been ruled unconstitutional from our statutes. Right now, it actually says in Rhode Island statute that a woman must actually get her spouse's consent to have an abortion. And to me, it's actually quite absurd that even exists in our statute to begin with, but even more so that we've continued to leave it there after it has been ruled unconstitutional now for some probably close to 40 years now. I think too, you've got testimony and letters in support of the legislation. I was just talking to somebody from the Coalition Against Domestic Violence, which really sort of again reminded me yet another reason that this kind of legislation is important. Because many people know that the law exists, but they don't know that something's unconstitutional, and this is just another way that a woman could wind up really being controlled by her spouse or partner in that equation. So I think it's really important that we remove this from our statute, and I'd be happy to answer any questions, Mr. Chairman.